All right. I think we got it fixed now. I hope we've got it fixed now. Um, Never fails. It's an ongoing learning curve and learning process. We're going to have Lisa on here in a minute. I want to make sure that she's not trying to get in. Let's see here. Let me shoot her an email. If you can hear me and see me, let me know. Oh, sugar. Try. It's asking for a password. Um, whoa. So if you can hear me and see me, give me a thumbs up. And in a minute or two here, we'll have Lisa, and we're going to dig into her daily content posting schedule. And
Okay.
are you there?
Yeah.
Hey, how
Yeah.
are you?
It asks for a password.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. There must be a setting that I'm not turning off. This is like my virtual room. It's my virtual meeting room that you can kind of go at any time. What we were on before was a scheduled meeting. Who knows? For some reason, it has your webcam turned off. It must be that
Oh,
must.
yep. I think it's on my end.
There we go. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
There
I
we
think
go.
it's a default setting.
Yep.
So, can you let us know? Can you hear and see us? And if you're excited to hear what Lisa has planned, hit the like button and maybe even let us know in the comments. And because we're running a little behind, it does look like. Let me just make sure. I just want to. I'm always
I'll
paranoid.
talk fast.
Well, no. You're that's not what I meant
Oh,
at all. I just want to. I'm always paranoid that we're good. Okay, we are good, and everybody's excited. So why don't you go ahead, Lisa? What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of moderate. I'm going to check out the comments and so forth. Lisa's going to share her schedule, some examples, and then even for those of you who are interested, maybe you're doing video or want to do video, some thoughts and her sort of checklist for creating and syndicating video content as well. And then we'll add either in the comments or to the description some of the resources that Lisa will be walking through as well.
yep. Anything I have, you guys can have.
Amen. We love that. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen now.
Perfect.
And I'm going to
Perfect.
go. I'm going to go straight to the checklist, the weekly posting schedule.
Right on.
Here we go. Can you see that?
Let me see. We're on a little bit of delay. I just want to make sure it's popping on the screen. Yep. We
Okay,
are we
awesome.
are good. We can all see it.
Yep. I want to preface by saying something, Josh. I get a lot of calls from agents, not only from this group, but from other groups that I'm involved in as well. And I
Yeah.
seem to be hearing a common thread on a lot of people. They're saying they're overwhelmed. They've got to learn this, they got to learn that, they got to learn this system, got to learn that system, and they just don't know where to start. And of course, becoming overwhelmed, nothing gets done and feel like they're spinning their wheels.
Yeah.
I hear that so often.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I made this schedule 3 years ago, actually. Um, this is like second nature to me now.
Yeah.
But for everyone who's watching with us today, this looks like a lot of stuff, but it is not, because a lot of this you're going to repurpose on different platforms and different things that you would need to do. But here's the key: you have to be consistent in everything that you do. Even if you don't do Monday through Friday, if you do only Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday and Thursday, just make sure that you do it consistently. All the wonderful things that Josh is giving us, all these strategies that he is, my God, it's just absolutely wonderful. but you're not expected to do everything all the time, every single week. You're not, no one can do that. No one can. But if you take this core and do this, it is a great foundation. That's all I have to say about that.
Right on. Right
Okay?
on. Couldn't agree more.
Okay. So let's start with what I do on Mondays. I post local content at 1 o'clock. It could be local events. And what I like to do is I like to gather the next week's contents for the next week, just so I can stay a week ahead, just in case you have a crazy week. You already have it there for you. Where I get this local content, free, by the way, okay? You can set up a Google alert for your area. If you don't know how to do that, just simply Google it up, Google alert. And what happens is everything that is related to your area, you'll get an email. And if it happens to be a great article, maybe, or an event, use that as your local post, your local content for that afternoon. That same Monday, you're going to renew your marketplace ads. And Josh has talked a lot about marketplace ads here lately. They're very effective and they are free.
I'm going to add one note to that. Maybe also not just renew, but you can list them in more places. You can, above the renew button, it says list in more places, and you can go and maybe share into a couple of more groups to get it even more exposure.
Love that. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. But that's all you do on Mondays. You know, of course, this is going to be in between, hopefully, you seeing clients, talking to them on the phone, talking to them on now Zoom, and doing all your other things too. Yeah. This is just a core. So on Tuesday is broadcast email day. And Josh has talked about this extensively. And you're going to, this coincides with Tuesdays and Thursdays because you're going to double team the content. Whatever you're using for email, your broadcast email, you're going to use it for your broadcast text on Thursday, and vice versa. If you have an idea for a broadcast Thursday, you're going to double it for your broadcast email for Tuesday. Maybe you want to just reword it a little bit because it is an email. Maybe provide some links, but dress it up a little bit because we do have a little bit more freedom with the email. Of course, it could be longer than a text.
Right. What
I'm doing, and you're going to post this to all of your social media platforms, your LinkedIn, your Instagram, your Facebook business page, your Facebook personal page. And I'm using my blog material, and I put times in here, 7 to 8 a.m. and 5 to 6 p.m. only because I did that little research at that time, and it seems like that's the peak times people were on their social media. But that's not true anymore. Everyone's on their social media 24/7 now. But if you're looking for a platform that you can do this all in one place, I use Ripple. I love it. You just make the post one time. You just click off the boxes of which platform you want, like your LinkedIn, your Instagram, your business page. You could even save it to your computer if you want. Hit the send button, or you can even schedule it. Do several of these at one time. If you want to do a month's worth, do 4 of them at one time and schedule them out. So you don't even have to look at this. And it's free, guys. It's free. It just takes a little bit of time. That's all. Do we have any questions about that?
No question. We're on a little bit of a delay, so there may be some questions. But here's what let's maybe plow through. Then I'm sure there'll be some questions for review or points of clarification.
We could do that. Yep, absolutely. On Wednesdays, we're going to do our branding post. Josh has also given you some great information as far as getting those likes. And every time that don't forget that every time someone likes one of your posts, especially on your business page, make sure that you go in the back end and you invite them to like your page as well. On Wednesdays, you're going to create your next 2 days postings. This can be by a referral offer post. It could be anything. Just And if you're doing lead ads, great. But if you can't or don't want to do lead ads, you must do a landing page. The idea for Wednesday is to do lead generation ads. If you do videos, that's going to be separate at the end of this if you're interested. But if you do videos, do a Google ad. I do a different video every single week. I run it Monday through Monday and only $1 a day, and it has paid off big time. That's all it takes. And don't forget to do it. Don't forget to post free to your Google Biz page. On Thursdays is Texting Thursday, and that was the topic of last week's call, I believe. If you need any more help on that, but it's pretty self-explanatory. You know, this is probably the biggest day of the week for me because people respond like you would not believe with Texting Thursdays. Again, double team this. Whatever you did for your Tuesday broadcast email, parlay it into a text. Shorten it up. Always end with the question and let it fly. That's all you have to do. And on Fridays, I do a non-real estate posting. It's become super, super popular over the past couple of years. I call it Lakeland Happenings and Events. And essentially what it is just a listing of all the area's events. But at the very top of it, each and every week, I write a personal blurb to people. And of course, in your CRM, you could personalize these things. Personalize. Like you're writing to them. Hey, Josh, how was your week? This past week, I went down to Vista and helped the old people, you know, whatever. Maybe post a little bit of the link or maybe a video in that or whatever you did. Just a personal little note to them. People love that. They love it. And then at the very end, I mean, I've got things that I do on a monthly and a bi-monthly, quarterly basis. The first Monday of the month, I alternate between buyers and sellers. And this is very popular too. And you can do a slideshow very easily. What's the one thing stopping you from selling or buying? Josh dreamed this up a couple of years ago, and it has been extremely popular. And have it niche related to whatever your niche is. I like working with over 55 people. So I've got a picture of this, you know, senior citizen on the back of a motorcycle having a good time, you know, like, yay, you know, and it's very eye-catching. I do this every 60 days or so. Sometimes I go 90, but I do the dead leads. And I take back, I don't know if you remember Josh, but Phil Duke used to be in our group.
Yeah,
remember Phil Duke?
Oh yeah, I know Phil well.
Yeah, he dreamed up this video for dead leads that has been so phenomenal, and I have used it every time. So effective. He called it Pigeon. Do you remember that?
Yep. I'm sending out a carrier. Or was it a carrier pigeon or a?
Yeah. And that's the line of the email, Pigeon. You know, and that intrigues the heck out of people. You know, and they open it, you know, they may not have opened up anything in the past year, but they see an email subject Pigeon, you know, they're going to want to know what it is, you know, and the email, of course, says, I hadn't heard from you. Wow. I was thinking about sending out a courier pigeon to track you down. Essentially.
Yeah.
That's what it says. Yep. Very, very effective. Okay. I do that at least once every 90 days at the very minimum. And again, consistency is the key. You don't have to do everything on this list, but what you do, if you do this list, make sure you do it consistently, but pick out a couple of things to start off and build. Was that fast enough, Josh?
Oh, that was, yeah, it wasn't fast. It was great. It was good. So I want to point out a few things and reiterate, sort of emphasize a few things. Number one, the more you can repurpose the same content, the better, right? So think strategically, how can I do something once and use it multiple times, right? And, and Lisa said that a couple of times. It will make your life easier, and it's, you know, it's just more efficient and effective. And here's the thing. Some people are going to open your emails. Some people are going to open your text message. Some people are going to see it on Facebook. There won't be a ton of overlap. So it's not like, you know, sometimes I get this thought in my head, well, like, um, you know, I think sometimes we overemphasize or over exaggerate how many people are going to see X or Y or Z. And the fact of the matter is, it's going to be a small percentage in the grand scheme of things on each of these. So it's not the content doesn't end up being redundant, because at most they probably are going to see it on 2 different platforms.
Right.
And who knows what was going on when they saw it on the first platform? They could have been distracted, or whatever the case may be. So definitely creating content that you can repurpose, using content that you can repurpose, even and content, I mean, it can be a sentence or two. It doesn't even have to be, we're not talking about elaborate content or long form blog posts or anything like that. It doesn't have to be anything super significant. One thing that Lisa is using in her Friday events, and even a lot of times on Monday, is leveraging Facebook events, which is in the document here, but we didn't mention. So if you go to facebook.com/events, you can search for events specific to your area. And that is great local content that you can use for a Monday post. I've even used that content throughout the week, where I'll post an event a locally focused event every day on my page. If you want to get a little bit more aggressive, for lack of a better term, with that, and then including them in her weekend events and happenings. So again, you're not creating that content; you're just curating it. You're finding it, what's already
right.
out there,
That's exactly
and
right.
curating. Yeah,
I'm all about easy.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the last thing I'll reiterate is the activities in here are some of the best habits that you can create long term for your business. And so the consistency, I'll hammer that again. A great, fantastic, phenomenal book that I'm almost done reading is, oh, I forget the beginning of it. It's something habits. Oh, golly. The author is James Clear, and he really breaks down how you can so simply start creating more empowering habits. And there are definitely some strategies in there you can use to make some of these things more habitual for you. Just making it bite-sized to the point where it just becomes something that's part of your normal daily and weekly routines.
Right.
And the more you can do that, the more business you're going to put into your pipeline, and the more things are going to compound over time. And Lisa, she said Thursdays are her crazy day, because that's her texting Thursday. And that's because she has a very large database at this point, right? That didn't happen overnight. A, she's been consistently taking action. And B, if you're only sending a text message to 30 people, it's not going to overwhelm you. Like, you can kind of work up to this by continually putting more into the pipeline or into the top of the funnel and doing these things over time. So I think what would be great, Atomic Habits. Yes, John, thank you. Atomic Habits and Graylin.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've seen
Yeah.
that.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's so good. So
Yeah.
good. And so easy to read. I mean, it's really well written, easy to read, and some phenomenal information in there. Graylin asked, what is email day? I was out of the room when you talked about it. So for Lisa, email day is Tuesday, right?
Right.
And texting is Thursday, broadcast
That's
text.
right.
However, she also sends an email on Friday, but it's not real estate related. She puts a little blurb at the top about what's going on, or what's happening, or what she may be doing, and then it's just what's going on this weekend in Lakeland, in her case. So it's not real estate related, that one. And I think that was the main.
Can I say 2 things about? I need to say something about texting Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't do my entire database at one time. Texting Thursday.
Yep.
And if Patty Simpson is watching this, she probably is just cringing right now, because she doesn't want us to overload the CRM.
Yeah.
But anyhow, but I've never done that. I've alternated weeks, buyers and sellers.
Yeah,
you know,
that makes sense.
yeah,
And yeah, and so, but I would say you also have a pretty big database of buyers and sellers now. So if someone's just getting started, and there are ways that you can craft messages for that Thursday that could be used for either. And there are some examples where you would want it to be more catered to one versus the other. And so we can share some resources. We've got several documents that have example text scripts, and things that you can just kind of copy and paste, maybe tweak a little bit to your market or whatever. If just somebody remind me in the comments to share that document, because we just have it in a Google Doc, and I'll be happy to share.
yeah, I really, really loved your idea, especially during this coronavirus crap going on. I love to do this in a softer way.
For sure.
I think that's what people want. They don't want to be hammered with, real estate marketing stuff right now. They don't want that. They want human stuff, more human stuff.
Yeah.
So that's all I was going to say about that.
Yeah, and I'll give you an example of that. So, and I'll also provide some encouragement by way of this. I am still trying to figure out the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the rhythm for me for content, and what day I'm doing what, and with what pattern, right? Now, that's not keeping me from taking action. I'm taking a lot of action, but I'm trying to find the optimal schedule and pattern and rhythm for me. And one thing that I've definitely landed on is every Monday is Market Snapshot Monday, where I'm going to where I will be creating a video post with the market snapshot for the last 7 days. So for the last week, here's
awesome.
How many coming soon listings. Here's how many new active. Here's how many back to active. Here's how many went pending. Here's how many went expired. Here's how many price reductions. How many closed. And I did that first one yesterday.
Ooh.
And the softer part of that is that there was no, I was sharing it just for interest's sake. And my only call to action was like, hey, if you're curious or wondering, or uncertain about what's going on in this market, I'd be happy to have a conversation with you and discuss your particular situation. It's a confusing time. And if you're someone, or someone who has to buy or sell for some reason or another, there are still options, and we can do things creatively and virtually to keep everyone safe and healthy. But it wasn't as like maybe a direct call to action as I would make if we weren't in the times that we're in and the situation that we're in. So I guess 2 points there, knowing, being on the pulse of the market, and two, it's going to take you some time to find your own best schedule and rhythm to doing this.
Amen.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
But you're not going to figure it out. Here's how you won't figure it out: by just looking at this paper and moving things around. The only way you're going to figure it out is just start doing some of this stuff and see which one makes sense for you. Like maybe for you, Mondays makes more sense for your email day, or maybe it's Saturday morning for your email day. Like there's no necessary, like, there's no perfect right answer for this. Yeah, I mean, you could say that certain days get better open rates or whatever, but here's what I can tell you: the day that you send it is better than the day that you're not going to send it. So you don't get obsessed over, optimal versus action, right? Just get into some action, find your rhythm, find what works for you. Now, we had talked before we went live about maybe showing some examples of content and things for people so they can better wrap their mind around
absolutely
what some of this looks like.
Okay. Are you talking about post? Or are you talking about video? What are you talking about?
Well, I guess let's start with posts, and then we can briefly talk about the video content and your video checklist. And that we probably are going to want to have a separate call even for that, because it's pretty detailed. And
it's quite extensive. That's going to have to be another day maybe. But that is, it takes up a huge part of my week actually too. But anyhow, let's just go on. Let me show you some examples. And,
one quick thing, Lisa, sorry. Graylin asked for the Google Doc. So Lisa's doc is in the group. She had created a post. If someone can find that, it's a separate post where she shared her PDF, and we'll get it added in here afterwards, but I can't do it right now because it'll mess with the live stream. But maybe
Right, and
somebody
I
can.
just revamped this a little bit. I'm gonna
Right.
take the one that I put, it's actually in the files in the group.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but
That's
I
right.
want to take that one out and put this one in because I give a little bit more information on this one to help
Perfect.
people. Yeah,
So we'll put it in the files section of the group, which you
right.
can find on the left-hand side or even in the menu bar thing.
What I wanted to say too is when you're doing posts and things like that, if you're not comfortable doing video, and some people aren't, but Facebook rewards video. Do you agree,
100%.
Josh?
100%.
Yeah, okay. There's another way to skin the cat here without having to actually get on film and do a video. You could do a slideshow and do a voiceover. You don't have to even show your face on camera if you don't want to.
Yep.
And it still counts as a video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Loom,
mhm.
because a couple of people asked recently for screen sharing of video software, and the two that I like and I use regularly, both of them for different reasons, Screencast-O-Matic, which you can do with your webcam or not, but Loom is one where you can record your screen, and if you don't want to have your actual webcam, you can put a nice little profile picture of you that's in the bottom corner. And so they at least are
Yeah.
getting to see you a little bit, and they can hear your voice and they can see your screen, which could be a slideshow or a Google Doc or whatever. I mean, it can be
Right.
whatever you want it to be.
Right. I agree with that's an excellent idea. And then work yourself up to real video.
Yeah.
Okay. But here is an example of what you can do. This was made in Ripple. And it's just offering a free list of new construction homes in the area. Of course, it's going to take them to a landing page. I don't know if this is a lead ad or what. I can't remember what this was. But I made this, and it was free to do in Ripple. Let me see if it'll play. And it's just a little slideshow. That's all it is. But it's eye-catching. And I just pulled some pictures of new construction homes under $250,000. Ripple does all this for you. All you got to do is throw the pictures in there, and it's done.
Now, this is not a slight on Lisa, because Lisa makes some fantastic video content. Any of you can do this. Any
Yes.
of you. I'm not saying that to minimize what Lisa did here, but certainly any of you can do this.
Right. I wanted to show this because to show how easy it is and how effective that it can be.
And for those of you asking or wondering, Ripple is just RIPL. It's just RIPL. It's just an app, and it's free.
Right. I put that in the list for them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But this is just a little example of that. Okay. I tried to pick ones that, have a bunch of the colored stuff here that got a lot of activity. Even if you want to go to my page, guys, and and it's Lakeland Homes and Lifestyles, just click on what you can do. Here's an idea. If you're looking for content idea, just click on my post or click on videos. Go look at my videos and make a post out of it that doesn't have a video. For example, this one. Are you a millennial thinking about being a homeowner? Okay, well, it talks about 5 reasons why common regrets. Well, go in Ripple and on a Word document, type out these regrets. You don't have to say it on video. And make a little slideshow out of it. It counts as a video. And I keep on pushing video only because Facebook rewards you so for it.
Yeah.
And you want to go in that direction a lot more, opposed to still pictures. Now, still pictures still work, especially with your lead ads, they still work. But I just wanted to show a few examples here. What else do I need to show?
Yeah, well, one quick question. Jeffrey Thompson asked, are you getting your videos transcribed and including that in your blog posts so that it's video and text content?
Absolutely, I am.
Yeah. And are you using rev.com or are you?
Actually, I figured out a hack for that.
Oh yeah. Oh, you take. Do you take
Yeah.
YouTube will do it, right? And then are you taking that file and using that?
No, no. Actually, you go in if you have TubeBuddy, if you're doing
Oh, okay.
videos, if you have TubeBuddy, but you don't need TubeBuddy. I just like using their editor platform. But I write out all my scripts.
Gotcha.
When I do a video, I actually write them out on a Word document.
Gotcha.
I personally have to do that because I'm not an actor. I'm not a, I've got to have it. So
Yeah.
I figured out one day that I was on, and I was looking at the captions on, when you add the captions, and it's usually got a lot of grammatical errors in
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
captions they put in as a mess. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Well, I figured out that you could upload your own, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it gives you a box that you could just start typing in there. And I said, why am I typing this? I just copied, pasted my script in there
Right on.
and hit the time and hit the button that says set timing, and it reads your words according to your video, and it pops your captions exactly how you just got to make sure that your Word document's right, capitalized and good stuff like that,
Yeah.
and it's free. I was doing the Rev thing, and they charge, and Rev is great because I use them for other things as well, but they charge you, I think it's a dollar a minute or something
$1
like
a
that.
minute, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're great if you're in a big hurry. But if you don't want to spend money, that is a great way to do it free.
Yeah. Jeffrey shared another option besides Rev that's a little bit cheaper. If you're like me, so I don't script out my videos. Now I've been making videos since like 2006 or 7. And I'm also, it's not that I've never scripted out videos, but I've said I've done that very, very infrequently. I will generally have like an outline of what I want to cover in a video, or have that at least thought through. So for me, having something like Rev or something like that, because I don't have a script to start from, it's worth it. The general point here, though, is if you're creating video content, you should also then be using the transcript in blog posts and so forth, so that you can get even more, benefit from that content.
Google Juice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I take all and when we do the one on videos themselves and how we syndicate and SEO and all that stuff with them, I'll show you how to get the maximum Google Juice out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that
maybe let's look at maybe a couple of more, and then we probably should come in for a landing and let everybody decompress and maybe get to action. Well, I think I saw one or two of your Friday posts.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe let's show what one of those looks like, the Lakeland happenings and so forth.
Sure. Let me just take you to the draft of, where is my Bitly? Bitly. Here we go. Oops. We are in a delay, aren't we?
A little bit.
Yeah. Oop. Happenings. Here we go. We're on the why are we on a Google page? I don't know why we're on a Google page.
Well, could you? There was one of your happenings and events links in the as a post on Facebook as well. I don't know why that was doing that though. Oh yeah, it says it's a Google Doc. I don't know if you.
Yeah, I don't know why it's a Google Doc, because it's actually on my website. I can just go straight to my website. Hang on. Where is it on here? I don't go to my own website. Here we go. Here we go. This past couple of weeks, but this is the same format. Okay, I just write out good morning. This is the draft. It's of course when I send it to the CRM through the CRM, it's going to say good morning, Josh, or whoever.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
And then I just write him a personal little note in there. The past 3 weeks, I actually did a 3-week video series of how to declutter your house in 30 days.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, people loved it. They did. They loved it. And they got, they wrote back to me saying, yeah, they got through week 1. It was great. What are you going to do with this? Blah, blah, blah. And the finale was this past week. And you're seeing, well, this is part 2. But anyhow, I just posted part 3 recently. But anyhow, write the little note to them here. Okay. Put the little link in there. If you want to put a video in there, that's great. If not, you don't have to. And then I just tell them this is a great time for the whole family to get together, do productive things together for your home and health. Take care. Can't wait to hear from you, type of thing.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. And then I always put a little blurb in there. If you always have questions and concerns and how this time's going to affect you, if you're needing, I'm here. Please reach out. I'm here for you, type of thing. And then after that, then I actually post all the weekly content. And here lately, since COVID, there hasn't been any really
actual in-person events.
So, but I've been posting other things that are community minded.
Right.
And I put some recipes. I know that doesn't really, sometimes that works and sometimes, but doesn't. I post in here things to do with the kids, things like that. Restaurants that offer curbside pickup, things like that.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
Just community oriented things. People love this. They do.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, so as we wrap up here, a couple of notes. We'll get more resources uploaded for you. If you want to see more examples of what Lisa's talking about, you can the easiest way is just go to Lakeland Homes and Lifestyles, find her Facebook page, and check out some of the posts. You'll find
absolutely.
Video content, you'll find static posts, and you'll get lots of ideas there of what she's doing and some tangible things that you can model. And then the other action item for you is take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, after we're wrapped up here, and create like a rough draft of your posting schedule, right? Draft out a schedule that you think will work for you as a starting point. Doesn't mean that that's what it's going to end up being. And you can certainly start with Lisa's, but don't make it too hard.
Right.
If you complicate it, you won't do it, right? So
Absolutely.
you need to figure out how to make it as simple as possible for you, given the skills and the resources you have right now. And then you can always step up your game over time as you get more comfortable and you get more experience and so forth. But for now, you got to keep it as simple as possible so that you can get that habit going. Create the habit first, and then you can add more to it, create more leverage from it, whatever. But you got to start somewhere. Lisa, thank you so much for being so gracious with your time and
Absolutely.
sharing, all of your secrets and your
I've got more.
your wisdom with everybody. Yeah, no, I mean, we had great engagement and content, which says a lot about you and the relationships and the rapport you've built with people in our community. So really good stuff. We'll have her on for another session at some point here in the future, sharing her video content checklist and posting protocol, which is I would say definitely a little bit more advanced than today's topic. But for those of you interested, I'm actually interested as well, because I know that I create a ton of video content, but I'm certain I'm not leveraging it or leveraging each piece as well as I could be. So I'm definitely interested in that. And then if you have any other questions, if you put them in the comments, we'll continue to monitor those. And if you have other thoughts or ideas for things to tackle in these sessions, please let us know.
Josh, can I end with something here?
Absolutely, please do.
Let's encourage one another, okay, in the group.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you have get an accountability partner, maybe, you know, to keep you on task, maybe. Or
Mhm.
even if you want to do it in the group, you want to do it with me. You know, I can't guarantee if a whole bunch of people come to me and say, I want you to be my accountability partner, I'm not going to be able to do it because of the time bandwidth here. But I know that there's several of you in the group that are in the same area, you know, or the same brokerage even,
Yeah.
you know, maybe that would help too when you're starting your regiment here.
100%. 100%. Find somebody that will hold your feet to the fire a little bit and
Yeah.
give you, all it takes is a little bit of that extra little push on the days where you're like, I don't really want to do that. And maybe it's something where you guys every week, if you fall off the train, you got to pay the other person $5, or you have to
Hey,
donate $5 to a charity or a political party that you don't like, right?
I like
That
that.
that will keep you from keep you from inaction. Will force you into that action even when you might not feel like it or whatever. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Thank you, Lisa.
Oh,
And
you're
thank
welcome.
you, everyone, for hanging out with us for a bit. And please share. Once you start implementing this stuff, share it into the group
Yeah.
for inspiration for others
Yeah.
as well. That would be fantastic to see those posts and that content as you're creating it. Awesome, awesome. Everybody stay healthy, stay safe, take care, and be well.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.